welcome back to the Practical English Podcast. I'm Annie.
And I'm Sam. It's great to be with you again. In our recent episodes, we've been focusing on using English in real, everyday situations, like making small talk or going shopping.
Exactly. And today we're talking about something many of us do, travel and holidays, from the moment you start booking a trip to dealing with unexpected changes when you're away.
Right. And we know that travel can sometimes be a little stressful, even without a language barrier.
Definitely. So when you add using a second language into the mix, it can feel even harder. But our goal today is to help you feel more confident and prepared.
We'll share some simple, practical ways to handle common travel situations. So if you're looking for conversations that help you feel more confident using English in your daily life, and especially when you travel, make sure to subscribe to our channel.
So, Sam, let's talk about travel. I think for many English learners, the nervousness starts even before they leave home.
Oh, for sure. Things like booking flights or hotels, or maybe needing to call customer service. That can feel like a big challenge. You worry you won't understand them or they won't understand you.
Yes, or what if you need to ask for a change or get a refund? Those conversations can feel really high pressure.
And then there's the airport itself. Delays, cancellations, gate changes, it happens. And you have to talk to airline staff.
Right, but we really want to reassure everyone listening. First, you absolutely do not need perfect English to travel successfully.
That's the most important thing. Simple, clear, and polite phrases work wonders.
And remember, people who work in travel, at hotels, airports, and tour companies are used to speaking with non-native speakers every single day. They are often very patient and helpful.
Totally. So let's start at the beginning. Booking the holiday. A lot of this happens online now, which is great. But sometimes you still need to ask a question before you book.
Yes, like you might want to know about the hotel's location. You could just email them and ask something simple like, "Hello, could you tell me how far the hotel is from the city center?"
That's a perfect example. Or, do you have airport transfers? Keeping it short and direct is so effective. There's no need for long, complicated sentences.
I agree, but what about when things get a bit more complicated? For instance, what if you make a mistake and need to change your flights or hotel? That feels much more stressful.
It does. I actually did that last year. I booked the flight for the right day, but the wrong month. I didn't notice until a week later.
Oh no, what did you do?
Well, I had to call the airline, and I started the call very simply. I said, "Hello, I have a booking, and I think I made a mistake with the date. I was hoping you could help me."
That's a great opening. It's polite and it clearly explains the problem without blaming anyone.
Exactly. And then you can ask, is it possible to change my flight to a different date? Or if you're asking about the cost, could you tell me what the fee would be to change the booking?
The key words there are, "is it possible?" and "could you tell me?" They are so useful and polite. It makes the other person want to help you.
And then you get to the airport. Even just checking in can be a little nerve-wracking, but again, simple questions are best.
Right, if you're not sure where to go, you can just ask anyone who works there, "Excuse me, where is the check-in desk for this airline?"
And when you get your boarding pass, you might want to confirm the details. What time does boarding start? Or which gate is it?
That's so true. Let's expand on the airport experience. What about going through security? The questions can be a bit direct and intimidating for some people, like, "Have you packed this bag yourself?" or "Are you carrying any liquids?"
Yes, and for those, you just need simple, direct answers. Yes, I did. Or if they ask you to take something out of your bag, a simple, of course, is perfect. No need for long stories.
That's a great point. And then you're at the gate, waiting to board, and suddenly there's an announcement. It can be fast and full of airport jargon, making it hard to understand. What's a good strategy here?
That's a very common fear. My advice is to first, don't panic. Second, look at the departure screen. The information is almost always written there. If you're still confused, you can ask a fellow passenger, "Excuse me, did you understand that? I think I missed it." Or, of course, you can approach the airline staff at the gate and say, "Could you please tell me what that announcement was about?"
That's a great practical list. And that leads us perfectly into another really common situation arriving at your hotel. You're tired from your flight, you've managed the taxi, and now you have to check in.
That's great advice. So let's move on from the airport. You've landed, you've taken a taxi, and you've arrived at your hotel. Checking in is the first step. Usually it's quite simple. You can just say, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name Annie."
Exactly. So now you're through the airport and in your destination city. This is where the real adventure begins, but it's also where you might feel a bit lost. Asking for directions is a very common and necessary task when you travel.
Oh, definitely. I remember I was in a small town in Italy once and got completely turned around. I tried to use my phone, but the battery died. I saw a woman tending to her shop, so I took a deep breath and went up to her. I just said, "Excuse me, I'm a little lost. Can you help me find the main square?" She didn't speak much English, but she understood lost and main square. She smiled, pointed down the street, and said, "Left, then right." It was so simple, and her kindness was a great reminder that people usually want to help.
That's a lovely story, Sam. It really shows how a simple, polite question can solve a problem and even lead to a nice human connection. And being polite is so important, which brings up the topic of cultural nuances. Things that are normal in our home countries might be different somewhere else.
Absolutely. And that's why staying polite and calm is such a powerful tool. Even if your English isn't perfect, a friendly tone and a simple please or thank you goes a long way everywhere.
Yes, and if you ever feel unsure, it's completely okay to say that. You can say something like, "Sorry, English isn't my first language. Could you speak a bit more slowly?" That sentence alone can reduce so much stress. Most people are very understanding, especially in travel situations.
Let's talk briefly about one more common travel moment when something doesn't go to plan. Maybe your room isn't ready or there's a problem with your booking.
Right, that can feel frustrating, especially when you're tired. But again, simple language is your friend. You can say, "I think there might be a problem with my booking," or "Could you help me with this, please?"
And it's okay to take your time. You don't need to rush your words. Pausing, thinking, and speaking slowly is absolutely fine.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't mean speaking fast, it means being clear and calm.
I love that. And once you're settled, travel can actually become a really enjoyable way to practice English. You might chat with hotel staff, ask for recommendations, or talk to other travelers.
Yes, travel English isn't just about solving problems, it's also about connection. Asking, "Is there a good restaurant nearby?" or "What would you recommend?" can lead to great experiences.
So, before we finish, let's quickly summarize the key ideas from today's episode.
Sure, first, you do not need perfect English to travel successfully.
Second, simple, polite phrases are more than enough in most situations.
And third, people working in travel are used to speaking with non-native speakers. They want to help you.
Our little challenge for you is this. The next time you travel, or even plan a trip, try using one simple English sentence confidently, just one, and notice how it feels. The more you practice, the easier it becomes.
We'd love to hear about your travel experiences or any situations you find difficult in English. You can leave us a comment with ideas for future episodes.
Yes, we read them all, and we often turn your suggestions into future conversations.
Thank you so much for listening to the Practical English podcast. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Until next time, safe travels and enjoy using your English out in the world.